All right, day 13. Today we're talking about the day-to-day nutrition and what that looks like for you. There are a couple of main ways that I see this play out. Firstly, it is, maybe you are eating out a lot, right? And if you're eating out a lot, here's a couple of like pros and cons. Obviously, the pro is that, it's convenient, right? And I think that's probably the only pro. Maybe it's tasty. The con is that, it's really difficult for you to track your macros and control your input when it comes to eating out. It's also much more expensive, right? Okay, the next one, you have meal delivery companies. So, you have some companies that, you can order the food online, they ship it to you, and, basically you have your food ready to go once a week, twice a week, whatever it is, right? That's good, right? Especially if you have the budget for it. But again, it can get expensive. The other thing that I've noticed with these companies is that, again, because somebody else is tracking your macros for you, you're not really entirely sure whether or not it's accurate or not, right? And also, it really takes away the skill of cooking, which is also something that, is worth developing if, you really want to make a change to your nutrition in the long term. Okay. One other thing that I realized with these companies is that they tend to change their menus like, every week, which kind of makes it really difficult for you to get into some sort of habit and routine with the foods that you are eating. You kind of need to, wait for the menu next week to kind of, make changes again to your nutrition. And, once you've kind of found some flow, it kind of disrupts that flow and it just becomes really like annoying. Okay, so that's my take on like meal prep companies. But if you're someone that is transitioning from eating out to that, then that's a worth it consideration. Okay, the third thing is meal prep. So that's if you are bulk cooking. Okay, so meal prep can be done, on a weekly basis, on a, even like twice a week kind of frequency, right? And this is, sort of an approach that I really like for clients that are really trying to dial in their fat loss goals, right? So basically, I'm going to dive into meal prep in another video, but I want you to realize that, when it comes to meal prep, it's going to be one of the most efficient ways for you to hit your macros on point, and also it's relatively cost efficient. The last one would be, if you are cooking your meals daily. Honestly, this is not something that everybody has the time luxury to do, right? So if you're someone that, is able to cook every day and you enjoy that and, you still can hit your macros well, then by all means go for it, right? But if you're someone that, doesn't have time and kind of gets like, worked up in the day and, just, there's so many other like things that are, calling for your attention, right? Then I would say, try to look for an alternative. So it really, depends on, firstly, where you're at, right? And where you want to go when it comes to deciding which nutrition sort of approach is for you at this point in time. And that's the other thing. Realize that, it might change, right? Maybe, at this point in time, you find that a meal prep company is the most useful. But maybe eventually you want to transition towards like, cooking your own meals, right? So it's totally fine that, you're able to make these adjustments and this switch, along the way. Okay? So that's the day-to-day nutrition piece for you.